And here we go, elevation 8,186 feet or something like that. And going up and up and up. And the path continues, going up, of course. So this is the Diamond Peak. It was 11,500 feet high when it erupted 11,000 years ago. Now it's 1,000 feet shorter. So we are pretty high, about 7,000 feet, and down here is a alpine meadow with green grass and some yellow flowers. This is just a small corner of the gigantic and amazing national park called Lassen Volcanic. Where is it? In Northern California. And I am on the way to an interesting place. Imagine giant pits of scalding hot mud bubbling up from below, scorching vents of steam shooting out at over 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and sulfur smell reminiscent of rotten eggs in the air. Hydrogen sulfide gases are quite strong. Sound like hell to you? Well, when I first heard the name, it did cross my mind that it is a combination of 3 words: bump, ass and hell. But I was mostly wrong. Let me explain. Bumpass Hell got its colorful name from a gentleman named Kendall Bumpass who explored the region in the late 1800s. While showing the area to local dignitaries one day, Bumpass slipped and fell into one of the boiling mud pits, severely burning his leg. And the place got its name. So the inspiration didn't come from bump or ass, if it crossed your mind. And that is where I am heading today. There are basically just 2 ways to get there unless you can fly. By the way, no drones are allowed in the park. The trail I am using today is from the head trail starting on one and only road going through the park. That road is 30-mile Highway 89 and it's the place is close to Lake Helen and Lake Emerald. And since the elevation is about 8,000 feet, lower oxygen levels can be noticeable. This noise I don't know if it's audible. It's some kind of grasshoppers or cicadas. They are everywhere. It's very popular to visit national parks in the US, but especially now during the pandemic and no opportunities to travel out of the country basically, a lot of people turned to national parks. Oh, it's boiling over there. Not a good lake for a morning swim. And this is the way back. Okay.
I am not going near there, don't worry.
Very hot and acidic, I think. Danger! Hydrothermal ground may give way underfoot. Off-trail travel has resulted in severe injury. Unlawful to leave the boardwalk. Duly noted. A series of boardwalks has been installed around and through the area so that modern day visitors do not suffer the same fate as Mr. Bumpass. And this is just one of the areas you can see in Lassen Volcanic National Park. You can do many things here. You can hike to the top of Mount Lassen, which is actually very popular. You can see the area that was impacted most by eruption in 1915. You can check out interestingly sounding places like Devil's Kitchen, or whatever it is. You can hang out around many lakes in the park. You can be climbing mountains and much, much more. There are even some lakes that have been stocked with fish, so you can go fishing, but in many cases you cannot keep the fish, just kind of for sport, you catch and release. So, I am not a PR person for the park, absolutely not. But I do think it's worth the visit, and if you like nature and interesting places, don't hesitate. There is always something to do, just don't think about it too much, just go. You can get to Bumpass Hell from Emerald Lake area, and that is shorter and easier, or from Kings Creek.